Welcome to my final campaign presentation. My name is Harrison Lashinger, and I decided to do my presentation on the Spokane Humane Society. So just to give you a little background and context about the organization, I'm going to be reading the mission and vision of the Spokane Humane Society. Our mission is to enrich the lives of companion animals through support, education, advocacy, and love. Our vision is that Spokane would be a humane community in which animals are always treated with compassion and respect. As such, we are committed to never euthanizing animals due to lack of space. Instead, we have developed strong partnerships to help us meet the needs of Spokane's pets and promote a high rate of pet adoption. Because we understand the importance of animals in our lives and the need to reduce the animal surplus population through spay and neuter programs, we reach out to tens of thousands of individuals each year with these goals in mind. So just a little bit about our goals in history. Our main goals are to help out the Spokane community, and by doing that, we want to allow for more adoptions throughout the whole city of Spokane and making sure we have the best facilities available at all times for our volunteers, our workers, and of course the animals that come through our facility. Just a little background information on the Spokane Humane Society. It was founded in 1897 by a group of concerned citizens in Spokane. And the main reason that they came up with the Spokane Humane Society was to get animals off the streets and allow them to live better lives. And the Spokane Humane Society is known for taking in more than 5,000 animals per year. So the campaign choice and why. I decided that the best campaign for the Spokane Humane Society would be a capital campaign. It's easy, sturdy, and reliable. It's super easy access, and it's very direct. You have a very certain goal and a very certain amount of time you want to reach that in, and it's not confusing to anyone involved. And there are generally 4 phases that work really well with our style, which is the plan, the quiet phase, the kickoff, and then the public phase. So what's our big picture? What are we really trying to get at through this campaign? So our goal is to raise over $375,000 over 2 years, which averages out to $15,625 per month, which I think is very obtainable for an organization in a market like Spokane, which is the second biggest populated city in all of Washington. The main reason we are doing this campaign is we want to be able to get new buildings and materials, again, for all of our workers, volunteers, and all the animals that live there. And we also really want to help volunteers, whether that's helping them with transportation to help our animals, having the best work environments for them, whatever that is to help them out. So what's our plan? It's going to start with our quiet phase is what it's called, and this is our pre-plan. So this is where we're going to get our team assembled, and we explain how we want to make an impact locally and what our idea is, and get our name out in the community and say the Spokane Humane Society is here to stay. We've been here for over 100 years, and we want to continue helping for the next 100. So now we're to the actual plan, which is getting the money. So some of the main questions that we're going to be asking ourselves as well as our group is, how will donors give their money? How can we make it easier for them? What websites can we open up? Can we make more donation offices? Would a commercial giving our address for donations or website address help? Do we have our main donors ready to go? Have we reached out to all of our main organizations that we can rely on a yearly basis to donate to us? And are they ready to support our cause? And any final things that we may need, whatever those may be, we need to make sure that we are fully planned and prepped for when it comes down to it. So the kickoff will be a huge community event, and 2 people that I need to be at this event would be Mary Cuney. She's a Spokane County Commissioner. She was just inducted this past year. She's a very great face to the community. She's known as a person of the future in Spokane, and I feel like we could get a lot of support through her. And then of course having Sheila Garrity there, who is the executive director of the Spokane Humane Society, showing that even our highest executive board member is there with her full support, and that's huge for us. And this will be our launch party, and we're hoping that if we get enough money through our donors before the event even starts, before this kickoff really gets going, that we can make even more money than expected by the time this campaign ends. So next is going to be the big push. This is the public phase. So after you get your main money from donors that you can rely on, this is where you go for the most advertisement. This is where you're going to want to hit your smaller companies and groups, and you want to make sure that you are attacking the local market. So however you want to attack that, It can be local advertisements, you can be calling people, you can be texting people, you can be emailing people, you can send out letters, and a huge thing in our society that people use all the time nowadays, which needs to be used to the highest amount, is social media. It impacts people's lives every day, and people spend hours and hours on social media a week throughout the entire year and can really help our campaign. So the finale, hopefully by this point, we have met our goal, and we're trying to get more money than what we even expected in the first place. And when the campaign is officially over, we'd like to throw a banquet for anybody who donated and anybody who made a big impact in our cause. We want to thank everyone for their help and just give a final presentation on this is the amount of money that we were able to raise, and this is in full allocation how we're going to spend these funds. Some key factors and people that'll be a part of this campaign is being in Spokane. There's very high wages. Washington has one of the best wage gaps in the country, and so having people with more money based on taxes is different, but just having people with more money willing to donate, being in a more not necessarily wealthy place, but a place where people have more access to money. And then of course Sheila Garrity, who's the executive director, will have a huge impact because she is the face of the company and she can change people's opinions on whether it's a good face or a bad face for us. And then Mary Cuney, of course, the Spokane commissioner, having her on board will really affect our campaign in a positive manner. A key thing that I have learned, or a few key things that I've learned through this class and what this presentation and our paper really got me thinking about was people annoying the possible donors. I think that's huge. Staying on top of things, always putting forward the most effort, and don't take no for an answer. It can be super discouraging as a nonprofit organization to try to get donors all the time and to not have those donors come through, or to have them say no or not get the outcome that you were expecting. And the one thing that I really learned is just having to keep going and never giving up on trying to get the donations that you need for your company to succeed. So that's all I really have for my presentation. I think this campaign would be extremely successful, and I'm hoping that one day it could possibly come to life. The Spokane Humane Society has had a huge impact in my life. I've had 2 dogs come out of there that have been in my family for many years, so it's something I'm extremely passionate about, and here are my sources. So thank you so much for watching my campaign, and if you're watching this at the end, have a great summer.